Well, hello everyone. This is the Pastor Chef, and I've got a nice display that I want to show you today. This is Bakkafrost Salmon. You've heard a lot about Bakkafrost if you keep up with Diaries of a Master Sushi Chef, and they do a lot of different recipes with Bakkafrost. This is a 3-pound fillet. The skin is still on. Now, something I'll say about Bakkafrost, their customer service has been very good. I've been having some shipment problems with some of our shipment carriers around in this area, and Bakkafrost has went above and beyond helping, trying to get the product to me on time, and they have been very good to work with. So I'd like to give them some props on the things that they've been doing. So I want us to just kind of look at this, and then I'm going to cut it up. We're going to wrap it up and freeze it, and then we can use it for sushi. Okay, so this is the Bakkafrost salmon, and this is the half of a fillet, one side, and you can order different types of orders from Bakkafrost. You can order the whole salmon, and you would have to do the cleaning and the filleting and everything yourself, but we usually just get the fillet because we could portion this out, and me and my wife and my daughter can have this for the entire month, the way that we portion it, because a lot of times what we do with this, we either do sushi or we do poke bowls with it. But if you want to get adventurous and begin trying to break down a fish, get a whole fish from Bakkafrost, have it sent to you. I hope to do that on a video in the near future, so that's something that I'm hoping we can do. Another little thing I want to show you that's I got with some Christmas is I got me a Deba knife, and it is very nice. It's got a lot of weight to it, very sharp, single bevel, and I have not used this knife yet. So as we work on this Bakkafrost salmon, I'm going to be cutting with it for the first time. Okay, now what we're going to do is I'm going to cut these in portions to have, and then I'm going to wrap them in saran wrap, and then I'm going to get them into the freezer. So I'll begin just by cutting. Well, you can do it a couple of different ways. I'm going to actually go from this direction. Alright, so I'm going to cut portions, and normally I can get the portions with a piece kind of like this. You see the size of that piece? That will feed all three of us when we do sushi or if we do poke bowls. So that's usually about the size that I use for it. And I'm going to cut the rest of them. Now you'll see right here that I've got 4 different cuts, and what I would normally do, I've got a sashimi knife that I would just cut real thin pieces on this once I cut down to the skin, and we would have those. And sometimes I will cure them, sometimes I will smoke it to give it a little extra flavor, but you could actually eat this right now. The way that Bakkafrost has it set up is they try to send it to you as fresh as possible, and when they do, this is considered sushi grade, so you could literally just slice and eat this now. But I'm going to freeze it, and then after I freeze it, I'll thaw it out in the refrigerator for about a day, and then we'll have sushi with it. Okay, the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take these pieces, and I'm going to wrap them in saran wrap, and then I'm going to get them in some freezer safe Ziploc bags, and then I'm going to put them into the freezer. So what I'll do is I'm going to take my plastic wrap, and I'm just going to wrap these up fairly tight. You don't have to do them perfect because I try to doubly ensure them just a little bit with the plastic wrap and with the freezer bag. So I'll wrap these up. Just going to show you and demonstrate on one, and then after I demonstrate on one, I'll show you all of them finished, Get them in the Ziploc bags. This helps too that you wrap them like this. One, it helps with freezer burn, and number two, when you're taking one out of a bag, you can put about 3 in a bag. That way they won't stick together, and you got problems trying to get it thawed out and everything. So, and then I'm going to put this, and you see I've got that one wrapped up, ready to go into the Ziploc. Alright, now I've got them wrapped up with the plastic wrap. Next thing I'm going to do is get them in a freezer-safe Ziploc bag. And if you choose to, you can date these. And some people may ask, how long can you keep these in the freezer and they'll still be sushi grade? When I was looking at Chef Hero's posts about Bakkafrost salmon, is that he kept them up to a month. So we go through the whole month and we pretty much finish this. So I recommend for you to use it as sushi grade that you finish it within a month of purchasing. So I'm just going to take the pieces and I'm going to place them in the Ziploc bag. Now, if you watch Chef Hero do this process, you'll notice he goes a little bit further than I do with it, and his is a lot prettier. So there's one bag. I've got 3 pieces in, and I'm going to put 2 more in this one. And you just seal these. You get them in the freezer, and whenever you're ready to have sushi the night before, you just take one out, put it in the refrigerator, and then the next day you can slice it, sashimi, sushi, whatever you would like to do. You can smoke these. They're very good smoked. I've had a couple that way. Or if you want to cook it, I recommend that you don't cook this salmon very done, because there's something about its freshness and that tenderness that when it comes packaged like this. So I recommend that you don't overcook these, because they're delicious when they're cooked just fairly rare in the middle. So that is just a brief display of Bakkafrost salmon and how I break it down. And I'm hoping in the near future I'm going to get a whole fish and I'm going to break it down. I haven't took that plunge yet, but I'm getting closer and closer to it. So this is the Pastor Chef, and thank you very much and have a wonderful day.